Life is not shaped by chance, but by conscious intention. Every day, you are either moving toward your destiny or drifting away from it. The forces around you may appear powerful, but the greatest force is the one within you. If you wish to live a life of purpose, prosperity, peace, and divine order, then there are 10 things you must work on every single day without excuse, without delay, and without forgetfulness. Your thoughts are the blueprint of your future. Every idea you hold with conviction becomes a seed planted in the unseen, waiting for manifestation. Guard your mind as a sacred garden. Think only what you desire to harvest. Your words are not empty sounds, they are commands sent into the universe. Speak only what you want to live. Never speak lack, fear, or defeat. Declare abundance, health, protection, success, and divine timing. Your voice is the architect of your reality. Your attitude, a negative attitude closes doors no matter how gifted you are. A positive, expectant attitude makes a way even in the wilderness. The world responds to the spirit in which you carry yourself. Your faith is unseen loyalty to what you know is already yours in the spiritual world. You must water it daily. Doubt is the thief of miracles. Faith is the magnet of blessings. What you believe with unwavering certainty must eventually appear. Your gratitude is the vibration of receiving. The thankful heart multiplies whatever it acknowledges. Complain and you delay. Give thanks and you accelerate. The grateful soul is already rich. Your vision, a life without vision, becomes a life of reaction instead of creation. Every day, see yourself as you desire to be, not as the world has labeled you. The invisible picture must become clearer than your current reality. Your discipline is proof that you truly want what you say you want. Every destiny has a price. You can wish or you can work, but you cannot do both at the same time. What you do daily becomes what you permanently are. Your inner peace, protect your peace like treasure. Chaos is always loud, but truth is always calm. When you master inner peace, you are no longer controlled by external storms. Peace is power under control. Your connections. Every person in your life is either a drain or a deliverer, either watering your garden or poisoning your soil. Every day, observe who adds to your spirit and who subtracts from it. Keep company with faith, not fear. Your alignment. When you are aligned, mind, word, action, spirit, everything flows. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer force, you allow. Life becomes a divine dance, not a desperate struggle. These 10 things are not tasks, they are spiritual laws. Work on them daily, and the invisible will become visible, the impossible will become inevitable, and life will unfold not by accident, but by design. Your thoughts, words, and attitude shape your reality in ways deeper than most people ever realize. Every day, you are broadcasting energy, sending out commands, invitations, and signals to the world around you. Most people think life is happening to them, but in truth, life is responding to them. You are not a passive observer in your story. You are the writer, the speaker, the director, and the lead role. The condition of your life is not a coincidence. It is an echo of what you consistently think, speak, and expect. Your thoughts are not harmless, they are architects. Your words are not background noise, they are instructions. Your attitude is not a mood, it is a magnet. If a person wants real change, they do not start with money, connections, or opportunity. Those are the fruit. They must start with thoughts, words, and attitude. Those are the roots. Thought is the first creation, the invisible mold through which the visible must pass. Every invention, every accomplishment, every breakthrough, every success began as a thought in someone's mind. A person who thinks poverty cannot live in wealth. A person who thinks sickness cannot walk in health. A person who thinks small cannot live big. The mind is the workshop where your future is built, and every thought is either constructing your breakthrough or reinforcing your limitation. Whatever you hold in your mind long enough becomes a belief, and whatever you believe deeply enough becomes an experience. There is no such thing as an unimportant thought. Thoughts are seeds, and seeds grow. Whether they grow into roses or weeds depends on what you allow to stay planted. Every time you dwell on fear, lack, jealousy, resentment, or defeat, you are watering weeds. Every time you meditate on abundance, success, peace, confidence, and possibility, you are watering flowers. You cannot think failure all day and expect victory to show up at night. You cannot think unworthiness and expect blessings to flow freely. The mind must be trained like a garden, guarded like a palace, and directed like a ship. If you do not rule your thoughts will rule you. Then come words. Thoughts shape your inner world, but words begin shaping your outer world. What you speak creates movement. Words send signals that attract, activate, or destroy. When you speak, nothing stays still. Something is being built or something is being broken. People say, "I'm just saying," as if words have no power. But there is no just in speech. Every word is an order sent into the unseen. Words call into form what thoughts have already conceived. If you speak lack, you close doors. If you speak limitation, you chain yourself. If you speak fear, you multiply it. But when you speak faith, something begins shifting. When you declare abundance, the path starts forming. When you speak confidence, strength rises within you. You do not describe your life with your words, you design it. Most people speak what they see and therefore stay stuck in what is, but the wise speak what they desire until it becomes what is. You either speak life into your destiny or death into your potential. Complaining keeps you where you are. Declaring moves you forward. The universe does not respond to wishes, it responds to words backed by belief. You cannot afford careless speech, hopeless speech, doubtful speech, or fearful speech, because those words are seeds too. Once spoken, they begin finding a place to grow. That is why every day must be a conscious practice of speaking what you want, not what you fear. Speaking what you expect, not what you worry about. Speaking as if what you desire has already been given. And then there is attitude. Attitude is the atmosphere you walk in. It is the emotional climate you carry with you everywhere you go. You can say the right words, but if your attitude contradicts them, nothing happens. Attitude is the true vibration, the energy behind the thought, the tone behind the words. It determines how people respond to you, how opportunities feel you, how life reads you. A closed attitude closes doors. A bitter attitude repels blessings. A fearful attitude blocks progress. But a confident, peaceful, expectant, joyful attitude draws in what matches its frequency. Attitude is silent communication. Without speaking, you are telling the world whether to come close or move away. People think skill gets them ahead, intelligence gets them ahead, or looks get them ahead, but attitude is often what opens the door before anything else is even noticed. You can be talented and still fail because your attitude broadcasts doubt. You can be intelligent and still be overlooked because your energy pushes people away. You can be capable yet remain stagnant because your spirit is sending a signal of defeat. Attitude is not what happens to you, it is what you choose to be in spite of what happens. When thoughts, words, and attitude are aligned, life responds with clarity. When they are conflicted, life responds with confusion. A person who thinks success but speaks defeat and carries a spirit of frustration will always feel blocked. A person who thinks abundance, speaks abundance, and expects abundance becomes a magnet to it. This is why two people can live in the same city, work in the same field, face the same economy, but have completely different results. It is not the outer world that decides, it is the inner world. The strongest force in your life is not what is happening around you, it is what is happening within you. You will never rise above what you think, what you speak, and what you allow yourself to feel daily. The inner climate always precedes the outer harvest, so each day becomes a silent test. Will you think intentionally or automatically? Will you speak powerfully or carelessly? Will you carry an attitude of expectancy or an attitude of defeat? Whatever you repeat, you reinforce. Whatever you reinforce, you eventually live. Life does not give you what you want, it gives you what you repeatedly think about, speak about, and emotionally align with. Thought is the design, word is the command, attitude is the invitation. When they work together, nothing is denied. When they conflict, nothing is fulfilled. Faith, gratitude, and vision are the forces that manifest your desires because they operate from the unseen realm where creation truly begins. Everything that eventually appears in the physical world first exists in the invisible, and these three powers act as bridges between what is spiritual and what is material. Faith is the energy that claims, gratitude is the energy that receives, and vision is the energy that directs. Together, they form a triad of manifestation that no circumstance, no obstacle, no limitation can overpower. A person may have talent, resources, intelligence, or strategy, but without faith, gratitude, and vision, the outer world will always overpower the inner world. And yet, someone with no advantages in the natural, but with these three forces active within them, can shift the entire course of their destiny. Faith is not wishful thinking. Faith is not hoping something will happen. Faith is the inner certainty that it already has. Faith does not beg, faith declares. Faith does not doubt, faith knows. Faith does not wait to see evidence before believing, it creates the evidence by believing first. Real faith is not built around what is visible. It is built around what is promised, what is possible, and what is spiritually true, even if it is not yet physically seen. When a person has faith, their words change, their posture changes, their expectations change. They no longer ask, "How will it happen?" because they understand that the how is not their job. Faith creates an inner vibration that attracts the form of what is believed. Doubt creates a vibration that repels it. You cannot walk in faith and fear at the same time. You either believe in what is possible or you bow to what is present. Faith is the law of assumption. You assume the state you desire until life rearranges itself to match it. Every day you are either feeding faith or feeding fear, and whichever one grows becomes the master of your outcome. Gratitude is the proof of faith. A person who is truly in faith gives thanks before the manifestation, not after. Gratitude is not only appreciation for what you already have, it is also the declaration that more is already on the way. When you are grateful in advance, you signal to life that you are ready to receive. Gratitude lifts your vibration faster than anything else because it places you in alignment with abundance, not lack. Lack complains, abundance gives thanks, lack sees what is missing, gratitude sees what is forming. Gratitude is the spiritual acknowledgement that everything you desire is already in motion. When you thank life, life thanks you back. When you live in appreciation, more appears to be appreciated. People think they are waiting on blessings, but often blessings are waiting on their gratitude. If your mind is full of complaints, fear, resentment, or impatience, the door of receiving stays closed. Gratitude opens it. Gratitude dissolves resistance. Gratitude multiplies whatever it touches. It is impossible to elevate your life while speaking or thinking from a place of dissatisfaction. The thankful heart accelerates manifestation. The ungrateful heart delays it. Vision is the direction of your faith and the target of your gratitude. Without vision, faith has nothing to build, and gratitude has nothing to attract. Vision is the mental picture of your desired reality held with consistency until it becomes your experience. Most people do not receive what they want in life, not because it is impossible, but because their vision is weak, scattered, or borrowed. Life cannot deliver what you cannot see. The clearer the vision, the faster the manifestation. Vision turns desire into destiny because it tells the mind where to focus, the emotions what to feel, and the universe what to arrange. A person with vision does not need to be motivated because the vision itself becomes fuel. Vision gives purpose to discipline, meaning to struggle, and direction to time. Without vision, days turn into repetition. With vision, days turn into steps. Vision is not daydreaming, it is rehearsing your future until the universe accepts it as instruction. You must see it before you step into it. You must believe it before you touch it. You must live it in the unseen until it forces itself into the seen. Faith without vision is blind. Vision without faith is fantasy. Gratitude without either is temporary emotion. But faith, gratitude, and vision working together create a magnetic field so strong that life begins to rearrange itself in your favor. These forces do not ask permission from logic, circumstance, or public opinion. They answer only to spiritual law. You may not know how everything will unfold, but if your faith is active, your gratitude is present, and your vision is unwavering, then the path must appear. What you believe, bless, and repeatedly imagine must eventually break through the physical world. This is not luck. This is alignment. Some people wait to feel worthy before they believe. Some wait to see progress before they give thanks. Some wait until others approve before they set a vision. But the ones who rise are the ones who believe before they see, thank before they touch, and envision before anyone else understands. Every great creator, leader, inventor, healer, and achiever operated with these forces. The world called them lucky, gifted, or chosen, but destiny recognizes them by another name. Aligned, faith is the command. Gratitude is the confirmation. vision is the direction. When these three are practiced daily, nothing remains out of reach. Life becomes a mirror, reflecting what you consistently hold within. The invisible becomes visible, not by chance, but by spiritual certainty. Discipline, peace, aligned relationships, and spiritual alignment determine your daily progress and ultimate destiny, because they form the structure that sustains everything you think, speak, believe, and desire. Without discipline, dreams collapse. Without peace, success feels empty. Without aligned relationships, growth becomes strained. Without spiritual alignment, life becomes mechanical and disconnected from purpose. These four forces do not just influence your journey, they shape the quality, speed, and direction of it. They are the pillars that turn inspiration into manifestation and potential into reality. Many people have vision, desire, talent, and intention, but they lack structure, and so their greatness remains a possibility instead of a destiny. A person's destiny is not decided by what they want, but by what they consistently do, who they allow near them, the energy they live in, and the truth they align with. Discipline is the bridge between the spiritual and the physical. It is the proof that you are serious about the life you claim you want. Inspiration is temporary, but discipline is commitment. It is not about doing what feels good, it is about doing what is required. It is waking up even when you are tired, showing up even when you are discouraged, and choosing progress over comfort again and again. People often think discipline is punishment, but in truth, discipline is freedom. It frees you from regret, from inconsistency, from the slow decay of wasted potential. Discipline turns goals into habits, and habits into lifestyle. When discipline is in place, success becomes predictable, not accidental. You cannot be casual about your destiny and expect it to form with precision. Every day, you either discipline your mind, emotions, actions, and time, or they discipline you. A person without discipline lives in reaction. A person with discipline lives in authorship. Discipline is not about perfection. It is about direction daily, intentional movement toward what you have chosen. Peace is the inner condition that allows you to think clearly, act wisely, and move confidently. Chaos is not only outside of people, it is inside them, and many never rise because they are internally divided. A restless mind cannot hear guidance. An anxious spirit cannot receive clarity. A worried heart cannot create from power. Peace is not the absence of problems, it is the presence of inner order. When you protect your peace, you protect your energy, and your energy is your creative currency. Without peace, even blessings feel heavy, opportunities feel stressful, and progress feels unsafe. Peace is spiritual stability. It is the ability to remain centered while life is shifting. It is the deep awareness that what is meant cannot be taken and what is not meant cannot be forced. People chase money, status, fame, validation, but all of it becomes noise without peace. True success is not just what you achieve, it is who you are while achieving it. Peace creates power because it removes inner resistance. When you are at peace, you move with wisdom instead of reaction, intention instead of impulse, confidence instead of panic. Aligned relationships determine the atmosphere of your journey. Every person in your life is either helping you rise or holding you in place. Relationships are not neutral. They either feed your purpose or drain your spirit. Growth is not only about what you do, but who you are connected to. The wrong people weaken your energy, distract your focus, distort your vision, and normalize mediocrity. The right people sharpen you, strengthen you, remind you, uplift you, and hold you accountable to your higher self. You can measure a person's future by the people they allow around them. Some relationships are familiar but not aligned, emotional but not elevating, convenient but not purposeful. Life changes the moment you stop clinging to what is comfortable and start choosing what is aligned. Circles affect destiny. Proximity shapes belief. You cannot soar with those who live on the ground. You cannot speak your dreams to people committed to limitation. Blessed are those who recognize when a connection is no longer compatible with their calling. Aligned relationships are not about perfection. They are about shared direction, people who push you toward your highest version, not your previous patterns. Spiritual alignment is the foundation of all alignment. When you are spiritually aligned, you are no longer forcing life. You are flowing with it. You are not trying to control timing, outcomes, or people. You are guided. You know when to act, when to wait, when to speak, and when to be still. Spiritual alignment is living from the inside out, not the outside in. It is listening to intuition over fear, trusting divine order over panic, choosing purpose over ego. When you are spiritually misaligned, you may still achieve, but it will feel heavy, unstable, and exhausting. When you are spiritually aligned, the right doors open, not by manipulation, but by resonance. You attract instead of chase. You release instead of cling. You understand that nothing real is ever lost, and nothing meant for you needs to be forced. Spiritual alignment removes desperation and replaces it with direction. When discipline, peace, aligned relationships, and spiritual alignment come together, transformation becomes inevitable. Discipline moves you forward. Peace keeps you grounded. Aligned relationships keep you supported. Spiritual alignment keeps you guided. This is why two people can have the same talent, same idea, same opportunity, but only one turns it into destiny. The difference is not luck, it is alignment. Success is not just the product of effort, it is the product of alignment with effort. A disciplined person without peace becomes burnt out. A peaceful person without discipline becomes stagnant. A focused person with the wrong relationships becomes drained. A spiritual person without structure becomes passive. But when all four are active, life begins to respond with precision. Every day, you are either moving toward alignment or away from it. Every habit is either supporting your destiny or subtracting from it. Every relationship is either watering you or weakening you. Every thought is either lifting your frequency or lowering it. Every moment is either reinforcing your purpose or delaying it. Life becomes simple when alignment becomes the standard. Not easy, but clear. You stop negotiating with your purpose. You stop apologizing for your growth. You stop settling for what is not rooted in truth. You begin to understand that alignment is not something you find once, it is something you practice daily. And the more aligned you are, the less you chase and the more you attract. The less you fear and the more you trust. The less you force and the more you flow.